It is a great honor and pleasure for me to introduce Gogo's exhibition. I've known Gogo for a year as her teacher and friend. I began watching the progress of her paintings and drawings as soon as I came here. I remember the first canvas, very long and narrow, and she was putting these dots across in a kind of ribbon. And I suggested, because it was very sensitive, very interesting, I suggested, why not make them go this way and that? Put more in. Immediately, she took that and within 1 week had completely filled that canvas. She put that to the left, put another canvas to the side, and just continued right across. I thought, wow, this is very interesting, what she's doing. I hadn't seen this before. And no one is ever going to copy this because no one is going to have the persistence of all these little dots all over the place. This is very special. She did 2 more, and then I left last January, went back to US. She sent me a couple of images this summer before I came here. I thought, yes, she really is progressing. These canvases are getting very complex. It was only when I came here a month ago, and then I went to her apartment and she gave me a little mini exhibition, and I saw the masterpiece. The masterpiece, it was one you're going to see here. She doesn't only go across, she goes up and down and across and in. She uses these dots not only for movement across and up and down, but she builds the dots into 3-dimensional space that turns and became actually the internal musculature structure of a human body. This human body then compresses this baby inside. It's a really interesting contrast she has developed with these dots. So the dots can cohere together and create more of a dark 3-dimensionality, or they can spread apart. One other thing she does beautifully, she doesn't just end the structure of these dots. She brings them out more and more thinly, infinitely, so that you can't tell if they still exist on the edge or if they're invisible, because she brings them out so sensitively. This is the word I keep using in my mind for her work, sensitively. She's a very tough woman. You know, she could wear a soldier's uniform and the hat, but inside, she's very soft, empathetic, sympathetic, sensitive. And that's what these dots are doing. They're both. They express strength, will, and great softness and gentleness. I think she's doing wonderful work. But because she's experimenting without a very long background of her own art. As experimenting, sometimes she improvises without knowing where she's going. So when I look at something, sometimes it makes no sense to me, or it's truncated or imbalanced. And I've asked her, why did you do this? There's one painting, very sensitive line created by these dots, and then there are these ugly blotches of color in one section. I asked her, why did she do that? She said she didn't know. Okay, that's the consequence anyone goes through when they improvise, when they experiment. Then they must know when the improvisation stops without coming to some resolution. In this one, I asked, why are these things here? Why don't they go through? They're just all jumbled up. No, she didn't know. If she were a strong conceptual artist might, quote, bullshit and say this is the expression of an idea that gets stuck. And that's what she wants to do in this painting. She can't say that because she's honest. She improvises. She didn't know what she was doing, and she refuses to come up with some theory afterwards that justifies what she was doing. It's very unusual to find an artist this honest, and she is honest. So she experiments, she improvises, all the time growing, and every once in a while she hits a masterpiece. That's worth it. Congratulations, Gogo. I love you, and your work is great and will be greater.